For you guys online, check out the Facebook page. It's HopeJamz Radio, and also we're on Twitter at 70x7 Music. That's simply 70x7 Music. Yo, so we are going to be chatting with CZAR Josh in just a second and showcasing 3 tracks from his new EP, which I don't think has dropped yet. It's called For Your Heart. That was the first track called Stay Woke featuring Big Ye, but we're going to get into a little convo with him right now and find out all about him because it's the first time on HopeJamz. Hey man, how you doing?
Great. How are you? I appreciate you having me on the show.
Yeah, man. So first time on HopeJamz, CZAR Josh, man. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. I'm just chilling, you know. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to share the music with people and you know, just share my life with them, you know.
Yeah, man, definitely. It's definitely a pleasure to have you on my show, man. First time. So I best, because it's the first time, probably the best thing to do is to get you to introduce yourself, man. So like, give us the kind of background of how you got into the music scene. If you know, if testimonies wrapped up in there as well, you know, give us the download, man.
All right. Well, I'm from a city called Atlanta, Georgia. That's where I was raised. I got a chance to be exposed to hip hop around maybe 10 years old. My brother, he put me on to some classic hip hop from Atlanta, like that area, because we have like this very big scene down there, and that's kind of how I started getting into hip hop and started to like see who my favorite artists were and stuff like that. And then let's see, I got saved when I was 18 years old. Though I grew up in the church, like it didn't really hit me until I started to like go out on my own and start to just see the world for what it is. That was when you know, the Lord came into my life and I started to like truly live for Him. Yeah, so that's a tidbit of my testimony. One major arc regarding it would be how God has been able to use me despite the physical flaws that I have to deal with. A main flaw would be my speech impediment that I battled day to day, and but through music and through like how healing music can be, you know, God has kind of given me this superpower, like to kind of like reach people despite that speech impediment that's there. So that's kind of like a small part of my testimony, and just kind of a testament, of like how God can use people despite the things that life throws at them. And so yeah, that's kind of how I kind of came up in terms of my personal life. And as far as hip hop goes, like I said, I started around 10 years old. I started to just listen to like the greats really, and started to like learn how they wrote songs and how they said things this way and how they said things that way. Some of my favorite artists include like Nas and the Wu-Tang Clan and Outkast, and he's not really a rapper, but like I really love Erykah Badu. She's like my favorite artist of all time. I love her music and her catalog, and so like these are the people that I would just like study from and like learn music pretty much. And so when you hear my music now, you can hear kind of like their influence in it. And so yeah, that's just some things about myself. I'm not really like as far as I walk now, like it's still a process. God has been very, very good to me, and you know, he's shown himself true plenty times. And right now, like I'm kind of in this stage now to where I'm just trusting him and letting him lead me and help me get through, you know, the trials of life, I guess you could say. So yeah, that's just a little bit about myself. I guess if you want to ask any more questions.
Yeah, man.